Look, I know you clicked on this and all, but are we really gonna do this? I know I said every game, but can the game made for 3-year-olds be an exception? Can I just tell you it's bad and we move on? Okay, maybe you're a parent looking for an old, vintage educational game for your toddler to play, and you've decided to reach out to the internet for suggestions. Sonic Schoolhouse is not a great game to have your kid play. I don't think it's the worst thing you could give them, but there's not a lot to it and it might even creep them out a little bit. When I was a kid, a really small kid, I enjoyed Clue Finders, Reader Rabbit, Zoombinis. Those would be fine games to let your kid play. They even have Zoombinis on mobile now, so just check that one out. It'll teach them about probability. If you clicked off this video, or at the very least are thinking about it, I have a lot of respect for you. Honestly, you're taking the necessary steps to being a better person, living a better life. But for those of you who are still here, well, based on the timeline, I clearly went through with this. Maybe you think it'll be funny. Watch the YouTube guy shout at a bad video game, but honestly, I'm not gonna get angry at this game. I had no business playing this in the first place. But okay, let's take a look at Sonic Schoolhouse. I guess it can be something I do with my nephews and niece at the very least.
Come on, kids, I need you to get this game running. I thought you three were really smart and knew how to do stuff with computers.
This computer is ancient, Uncle Spiny. I don't even know what I'm looking at. I found a copy of the game on the Internet Archive, but your computer doesn't recognize the file. Which is weird, because your computer seems kind of ideal for an old piece of junk like Sonic Schoolhouse.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with my computer. Using vintage technology is actually considered pretty cool.
How do you even edit your videos with this thing?
You can edit videos. Not cool, man.
Spiny?
Oh, hey, Matt.
You live in here?
For a while now.
I thought you said you moved in with someone, like you have a roommate.
Oh yeah, I did. Come meet my roommate, a Gorky.
Witam, Matt przedstawia.
No thank you.
Oh, those pickles weren't for the dumpster, you baby. He got them at a store, I'm pretty sure.
They're in a dumpster now, Spiny.
Te ogórki mają 25 lat.
That's great, a Gorky.
So, what are you all up to?
I'm just spending time with my brother's kids. Kids, say hello.
He's making us fix a 300-year-old computer.
Yeah, so we can have fun playing a game together.
Uncle Spiny, we're 12 years old. We're like 4 times too old to play this game.
Yeah, well, I'm 10 times too old, but you don't see me complaining.
I want to go home.
Oh yeah, go home to your perfect dad who's so much more successful than Spiny, with his perfect family, the true successor to the Norman family. Our dad has a boat, stupid Uncle Spiny only has a dumpster. Wait, why do you three look more like me than my brother?
Alright, I found some guys who can fix your computer for you, Spiny. Let me give them a ring.
Oh, thanks, Matt.
No problem. Yo, we're the Piranha Brothers, and fixing broken electronics is our game.
Dinsdale?
Oh shit, it's him! It's Spiny Norman! Quick, nail his head to the floor.
You invited the Piranha Brothers into my house?
I invited them into your dumpster.
Oh shit, kids, take cover!
Wow, this is a really strong coffee table.
Alright, kids, are we having fun? Alright, I'll take that as a maybe. Matt, what the fuck?!
Honestly, I didn't put 2 and 2 together. I figured the Piranha Brothers you knew were dead.
Well, they're not. They're alive and well, as you can see.
I thought Dinsdale was afraid of you, not the other way around.
Well, that was in the 70s. A lot can happen in 50 years.
Oh, you mean like the Sonic the Hedgehog series coming out?
Yep.
And you dedicating your life to that?
I already said yep.
And you not doing much else with your life ever since?
Hey, I've really branched out. Sonic isn't even my favorite fictional character anymore. That would be... Booyah! Well, not him, but you get the idea.
Not if this is the first time someone is watching your videos.
I don't normally reference running jokes and characters this often. I'm only doing it now because I refuse to make a video analysis on fucking Sonic Schoolhouse. Hi, Dr. Howard. Hello, Spidey. I got the Piranha Brothers for you. Yep, I see that. Thank you very much for killing them. Anything for you, sweetie. Stop.
Well, I sure am glad that entirely unavoidable situation is done with.
Hey, Dr. Howard, could you shoot Matt? Nothing fatal or anything like that, just in the arm or something. Sure.
Ow.
Dubert, what are you doing?
I'm calling my dad. I don't want to be here anymore.
I don't think you need to be doing that.
This isn't funny anymore. This is borderline child abuse.
Hey now, have you ever seen the movie Pete's Dragon? Because that movie opens up with a very charming song about child abuse.
Hey kids, guess what?
What?
This was all a dream, and Spiny would never let anything bad like this happen to you, and he does not live in a dumpster.
Gee, Spiny, that Dr. Howard really is a good pal, always bailing you out of your problems.
Yeah, I guess. But I bet he can't get Sonic Schoolhouse working. Sonic's what now? It's the next Sonic game I'm covering for the channel. We haven't been able to get it to run on my computer. Let's see, Sonic School... Spiny, don't make a video on that. Really? A game for 3-year-olds?
Alright, I have had enough of this Schoolhouse slander. It clearly states on the box cover that it's for ages 5 to 9.
Look, if it means that much to you, Spiny, I can bring my computer over and get it running. Be right back.
See, I understand just skipping over doing a last call on Schoolhouse. What I don't understand is making a video claiming you're going to do Schoolhouse and then just not doing it.
I've been trying to get to work this whole time. It's not my fault.
But Spiny, the video is getting closer and closer to being over, and really, you didn't need to show any of this. I'm just a little confused at what your endgame is here.
I don't know. Maybe it's to acknowledge Schoolhouse, because I did say I'd cover every game of the series, but since there isn't really a lot to talk about with this one, I just fill in the space with nonsense.
That kinda sounds like something Nostalgia Critic would do. But I bet even he wouldn't stoop to making a video on fucking Sonic Schoolhouse.
Let's just put it this way, if you see a video pop up of a Sonic game with actual content in it, I'm probably not going to pull this bullshit again. If you see something like the Popcorn game or Sonic for Leapfrog, it's probably going to be this bullshit again.
Isn't there anything you could say about Sonic Schoolhouse? Like, at all?
I mean, at least it doesn't get information wrong. Mario is Missing is an educational game with misinformation in it. Sonic Schoolhouse does the absolute minimum by teaching things accurately. The Sonic model isn't great in hindsight, but this was a time before Sonic really had a 3D model to go off of, and it was just a computer game, so I can't say his model is the worst thing ever. I think if they would have just given more expression to the eyes, Sonic wouldn't look as creepy as he does in this game. Perhaps just by adding in some blue eyelids to certain shots would have made him feel less lifeless. Again, I'd want to bring attention to games like Zoom Beanies or Clue Finders that definitely had more creative visuals and concepts for the games. Perhaps you could argue that those are more so made for first and second graders, while Schoolhouse is more aimed preschool and kindergarten, but I feel in that case the way the math and spelling minigames are set up might be a bit much. Like, you can have all of these numbers just walking all over the place, and I could see a really small child getting lost in all of it. It's also somewhat nauseating to look at, but the math is really basic, like it's not even adding and subtracting, it's more so just counting. So I think it literally hits the point of being too easy for a 5-year-old, but too confusing for a 4-year-old. I think it misses its demographic. But what do I know about what kids can and can't process? I think at the end of the day, more than anything, they just wouldn't have a fun time playing it. Educational games don't have to be bad. I don't necessarily think adults need to be making YouTube videos on them unless they're actually targeted at parents looking for something of value to offer their kids. But just like there are adults who put effort into shows for little kids, I think there's adults who put effort into games made for little kids. There's other examples out there too. These games don't have to be super complex, but just a little bit of effort goes a long way. I'm not sure if Schoolhouse has that effort. I think kids deserve better than this. But I suppose that message is nearly 3 decades too late, because who the fuck even considered trying this game out aside from me?
Other YouTubers?
Probably. God, I need to get back to a fun game. With this in Forces, I'm starting to forget why I'm doing this shit.
You said Generations was next, right?
Yeah, that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to that one.
I'm back!
Cool. Did you get your computer?
I got something even better. Someone else to review the game for you. Take it away, person I paid money and did not legitimately get you to be part of this video.
Spiny, Nostalgia Critic here. I hear that you played the greatest game of all time, Sonic Schoolhouse, man. I am so glad that you enjoyed it as much as the world does. The greatest Sonic game ever, everybody is calling it, man. And you must be just so honored that you lived long enough to get to that point where you could play and enjoy that game. I just feel so good for you. Wait a minute, it says you didn't like it? How can you not like a Sonic game. I mean, just any of them. They're all perfection. Everybody knows it. Like, every single fan of Sonic and even non-Sonic fans love every single Sonic game. So, man, the fact that you didn't love, absolutely adore the most groundbreaking game of all time, Sonic Schoolhouse, I just can't, man. I can't with you. I can't. I'm sorry. Go play Mario. Yeah, because clearly you're not a Sonic fan. You don't understand the franchise at all, man. Just go play your fun little games with your silly little plumbers and leave Sonic Schoolhouse to the real Sonic fans, man. Because, yeah, God, there's so much to talk about how amazing that game is. Because as someone who has definitely played it and knows everything about it, the rich history behind it, the decades that went into making it, even before the first Sonic game, they were working on this Sonic game. Man, I just can't with you. I can't with you. I won't with you. I'm going to point this to the wall. Bye.
Oh wow, that was fun. And Matt was wrong. Still, it'd be nice if we could at least get the fucking game running. It cannot be that difficult to get this fucking thing to run, Spidey. Here, let me just take a look at this. What? No. What are you doing?
Do some of
Howard,
this
fucking knock it
here we
off.
go.
Sorry for destroying your home, Spidey. That's okay, Dr. Howard. I knew you being nice to me this long would come with some sort of catch. Anyways, I can just move into the dumpster a few blocks from here. But what about your Sonic game collection? I'll recollect it. It'll give my life purpose again. Are my brother's kids still alive? I think so. I'll give them a ride home. Thanks, Dr. Howard. Thanks, Gorky.